So this video is gonna be about how I almost lost my virginity. So boom, me and this boy was texting we know each other for a long time, but we started talking for like 2 months. So he was just sending me them Instagram moves, and he was like, this how I'm gonna do you. And in my head I'm like, I'm really big as fuck, you can't pick me up and do that to me, but okay. So I sent all these emojis to him like, yes, yes, yes. So he was like, when? And I was like, maybe this weekend. So he was like, okay. So Friday came, we was out of school. So I had texted him, I was like, what you doing? And he was like, none. And he was like, we still gonna do that? And I was like, yeah. So I had freshened up with him. He was like, I'm on my way to RV. So I was like, all right. So we was on the porch, and my mama and my brother was gone. And we was on the porch, and he was just like, you ready? And then I was like, I was like, yeah. And then he was like, touch it so I can get big. And I'm like, what? He was like, touch it so I can get big. So I touched it, whatever. It was wiggly, you know what I'm saying? I squirmy. So I touched it. And then he was just like, I don't even want to say it for real. He was just come say and touch it. So I was touching it, whatever. He was like, that make it grow. So I'm like, all right. Mind you, I'm still touching, whatever. Feeling weird, slimy, whatever. And then he was like, I'm ready now. But mind you, when you get on hard, your shit supposed to come out. It shit still shrunk. But I ain't say nothing. I'm just looking. I'm just like, okay. So we on the porch. Mind you, I'm not finna bring nobody at my motherfucking mama house while she not there. Period. But I was just like, all right. So we was on the sofa. And then he was just like, I'm like, I can't take it back to my room because I can't see my mama pull up. So we was on the sofa. He was just, I guess he was playing with it or whatever. And then he was like, come on. And he was like, get on top. Mind you, I'm big as fuck, dude. I'm big as hell. You want me to get on top of you? You should be getting on top of me. So I took my clothes off. So I was about to get on top of him. Mind you, he's still playing with it or whatever. So I get on top of him. And he was like, put it in. And I'm like, nigga, I don't know what the fuck am I doing. What the fuck you want me to do? Put it in. Been the fuck around and put it in my ass. So he was just like, hold up, get up. So I got up. He was just like, hold up. So I guess he started taking his pants off and his drawers or whatever. So he was just like, all right, I'm ready. So he got back down. I got on top of him again. But mind you, I used to watch porn. Like, when you get on hard, it's supposed to grow, it's supposed to be stiff hard. His shit was still wiggly. And he was telling me, oh, I used to fuck all these hoes. Mind you, I'm thinking, like, he know what he doing. So he was like, put it in the hole. And I'm like, what? He was like, put it in the hole. Mind you, I don't know what the fuck am I doing. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. He was like, man, just put it in there. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. So he was just like, you must be scared. And I'm like, in my head, I'm saying, how am I supposed to be scared of something that's so little? It's squirming. It was like jiggly. Like, how am I supposed to be scared of something like that? But I'm like, yeah, I think I is. He was like, don't be scared. It ain't gonna hurt that bad. So I guess he finally put it in. Didn't want to say it, but he finally, I guess, put it in. So it hurt it. So I'm like, hold on. He was like, no, let me keep doing. Let me keep going. So I let him keep going. Well, we went for real. He was really fucking the top of my stomach for real. He wasn't doing it with me. It wasn't in me. It was on my stomach. It was like up under my stomach. That's what he was doing. So he's croaking. I guess he in the mood, like he feeling that shit. So I'm like, ooh. So I'm making a little noise because I was watching porn. It was like, that's how the girls were. They making noise, like sexual noise. So I'm doing that thing. So I'm like, So mind you, the dick not inside me. It's by my stomach. He thought it was inside me, but it wasn't. I guess that was that sweat making it wet. But anyway, so we was, in the mood. We was doing it. Well, he thought he was doing me. So he was just like, let me get on top of you now. So he was sweating so bad. Like, he haven't even did shit. He sweating so bad. So, like, so, right. So, after he was sweating so bad. So boom. So I let him get on top of me or whatever. I had to push my stomach up because my stomach had my cat. So I had pushed my stomach up whatever for him to do it. And he was just like he was just, it's like, for real, to be honest, like, y'all, he didn't know what he was doing at all. Like, literally, he didn't know what he was doing because, like, if you knew what you was doing, you would just killed my shit. And then, so his thing was really, it was little. And at first I'm thinking he fingering me because that's the way it felt. But he was going crazy. He doing some shit. Like, I'm like, making them noise like he killing my shit. But I'm like, man, can you hurry up? Because I'm scared my brother come on, brother come. Can you bring your ass on? I'm just waiting. I guess finally he did, like, he was like, started going crazy or whatever. And I guess he finished or whatever. And I was like, you done? He was like, yeah. And then I was just like, alright. Then I made his ass go home. Then he tell me, he was like, it felt good. I was like, yeah. With the little smirky face, knowing deep down inside. First, you was fucking my belly button. You was fucking my belly, up under my belly. Then you put it in, but I didn't feel nothing, like you was fingering me. Like, nigga, I won't give y'all his name, cause like, but that was how the first time it went, y'all. Like, nigga went from fucking up under my stomach to feel like he was fingering me. But I didn't know how I was supposed to feel or how big it was. But I know his shit was little. So that's how my first time went. Please comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. And yeah.